Good morning, beautiful ladies, and any gentlemen that may be looking at this video. I don't want to leave you all out. So very briefly, I got about 15-20 minutes to chat with you all about this is a biological reality. This is a biological fact. And I don't know why women want to dispute it or come against it or whatever they're doing. But the truth is this: women are the gatekeepers. We have lots and lots of information recently about the Roe versus Wade being overturned. And I'm not going to get into the weeds with that on this live or probably any other live. You all don't want to know what I really think about that, so I'm not going to share. But I am going to say this: women are the gatekeeper. And honestly, if I'm being honest, so when I think about first wave feminism and I think about this whole, women are equal and women should be able to do what men do and, they should be able to have what men have and all of that. The reality is this: I'm actually not against any of that. I believe that we are all, as human beings, equal. Right? We're equal in value. We're wildly different when it comes, especially between the genders. We're wildly different when it comes to the way our brain functions, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. We are different. We are different. But yes, do I believe that we are all equal in value and equal in terms of, just moving about in the world? Should we all have equal opportunities to do whatever? Right? Yes, I agree with that. And if anything, if we're walking around talking about, how powerful women are and how great women are, I personally believe women are superheroes. I've always said that. Women are superheroes. We have the ability to do what no man can do. And I personally think that's amazing. I think that's amazing. I've always felt like a superhero, so that's, I guess, the feminist part of me that truly believes that we have inner strength. We have an ability to do something that men just can't do. And we are also the gatekeepers. But for some reason, in this modern day culture that we're in, here's what I find so twisted about third and fourth wave feminism. So instead of empowering women, instead of saying you have the ability to do something no man or no biological man on the planet can do, like we should be celebrating that, right? They are, saying, no, you're not just your womb. You're not just your breasts. You shouldn't just be relegated to that. Okay, but that's what makes me a superhero. What? That's like telling, Clark Kent or Superman not to fly. That's like taking away Thor's hammer. That's like taking away Tony Stark's, Iron Man suit. What? That's what makes me the Okay, if I could be so honest. So why am I downplaying that? I just don't get it. To me, the whole feminist mindset, now has disempowered women. It has disempowered women to say, oh, no. I am the gatekeeper. I determine whether we have sex or not. Unless a man rapes you, and it happens, unless a man holds you down and rapes you, forces you against your will to have sex with him, we're not having sex. Unless a man is about that life and he asks me for sex, I'm going to say nope. And if he's not a rapist or a narcissist or a sociopath, he's going to go away butthurt. That's all that's going to happen. Oh, man, Anita didn't give me no free sex. Nope. Okay, that's all that's going to happen, ladies. And so I'm confused as to why we're not empowering women to be the gatekeeper. Why we're not saying, okay, I'm about to release a YouTube video this week about this idea that why has feminism told women the idea of twerking and showing off your body, walking around in a thong, being able to show off your body, that's empowering? What's going on with that message? that, yeah, as women, we should be able to twerk on stage and lick other women on stage and be all sexually provocative and make these videos and show all of our body. That's sex positive. That's empowering. No, it's not. No, it's not. In my mind, guess what's more empowering? You want to see what's under these clothes? You want to see what all I got? You want to see how good I can twerk? This is what I'm going to need. The ring. That, in my opinion, is true power. That it costs. It's going to cost a man to see what's underneath these clothes. And by cost, I don't mean financial. You all go there. Every time when I talk about this, you talk about the financial piece. No, it's going to cost you your exclusivity. It's going to cost you your commitment. It's going to cost you a ring. It's going to cost you going in front of a pastor or a preacher or a priest or whoever marries you or the judge. It's going to cost you. It's going to cost you the freedom to now you can't go out here and screw around or date other women or provide for other women. That's what it costs. You want to see what's under these clothes? It's going to cost. And I've never been afraid to say that. I don't know why women now are afraid to say that. There is no free sex. There is no free peek. There is no free trial. When it comes to Anita, there is no free trial. You either want it or you don't. Right? There are so many products and services out there that there is no free trial. You just do your research. You find out as much as you can about it. And you like, I don't know, it's going to cost. There is a new skincare line. There's a new skincare line out called Proven. And so I'm like, oh, I like the sound of this. That they make you take this survey and they figure out the perfect skincare regimen for your specific type of skin, right? There ain't no free trial, y'all. Okay? There ain't no free trial. It's $100. So for me, for everybody, and this is what's even crazier. Depending on what you need in this skincare, the cost is different. So for me, because I'm 54, because I'm older, and they assume I got wrinkles and this and that and all these problems, it's $139 for 3 products. And there is no free trial. So guess what I'm doing? I'm going online, and I'm looking at the reviews, and I'm looking at what people are saying about it. Like, I'm just doing my homework. I'm doing my homework about it. Because if I'm going to spend $139, I want to know everything I can know about this thing called Proven. That's what I expect a man to do with Anita. There are no free trials. You either want to buy it or you don't. So get to know Anita. Talk to Anita's friends. Talk to Anita's mother and father. Talk to Anita's kids. Watch Anita. Watch how Anita do. See the patterns that Anita has. But then after that, if you want the full experience, you need to buy. You need to buy it. Okay? The end. And ladies, we got to return to this. Stop giving away these free samples. Stop giving away this free trial. There is no free trial. There is no free sample. You want to buy it or you don't. Okay? So that's all I got. That's all I got. We are the gatekeeper. So here's the first wave. Let me tell you about the first wave feminism that I can actually get with. The first wave feminism says there are no free trials. I'm not going to show you what's underneath these clothes for free. That is not going to happen. I'm not giving you no free sex. In my opinion, that's female empowerment. Female empowerment says, I'm not giving myself away to you. I'm not having no child with you unless you're my husband, unless I have a legal contract on you. You are legally responsible for me and my children, me and our offspring. That, to me, I can get behind. What women are out here doing now, I'm just like, I don't know what y'all doing. I don't know what y'all are shooting yourself in the foot. And I know this isn't a popular message, but I'm going to say it. Y'all mess things up. This fourth wave, third wave, fourth wave feminism, that's how we got here. Nobody wants to say that. I'ma say it. You out here being sex positive. You out here showing a man everything you got underneath your clothing and twerking and wearing the thong and all of this foolishness, sleeping with them without a commitment, without exclusivity, without a ring. Y'all are how we got here. This is how we got here. Telling a man, oh no, I don't want you to go out and take care of me. I don't want you to go out and die for me in wars. I don't want you to go out and slay dragons. I don't want, I don't care about your money. What woman in her right mind is going out here talking about you don't care about a man's money? Oh, Lord, I be spitting my drink out when I hear women say, I don't care about his money. I make my own money. I don't care. I just want him to love me. I don't need him. I want him. That's why we here. That's why we here. And it's women like me, older women, that I ain't never said that. I ain't never said nothing about not needing a man's money. Oh, y'all need your money. I need your money. I need you to go out there and work. I need you to provide. I ain't never said that. And I'm just sitting on the sidelines going, okay, this not going to end well. It's not going to end well. Because, see, you out here, you doing the, the boss chick. You doing the, I'm out here making all this money. I don't need a man's money. And then, well, here's what's happening. The men are relying on what you're bringing. You all are building a lifestyle based on both of your salaries. And sis, when you want to be a mom, when you want to have some children, and only you can do it. Only you can physically have the children. The man can't do that. Then when you want to be with your baby and nurture your baby and sit your tail down, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that because you got to go back to work. We got this $3,000 mortgage. We got this $3,500 mortgage. And, when you met me, you were singing about, oh, I make so much money. And, oh, I have this. And, oh, okay. When are you going to keep doing that? You can't be a mother to your children like you. You can't nurture your child like you want. Because, you done build a lifestyle off of both of y'all's incomes. And the man is expecting you to provide. Y'all better stop that foolishness. You better stop that foolishness. I date men and I let them know. So whatever you got, whatever you doing, that's where we at. That's the sweet spot. That's where we living. Okay? Because if ever I don't want to work, if ever I want to sit home, I know he can cover it. I know we're going to be all right. That's the sweet spot for me. Can I be real? And it's a lot of women under 50 that see y'all not feeling that. But it's only when you get into a spot, you hurting yourself, that you uh-oh, Anita might be on to something. Yeah. Yeah. And if you're between 20 and 35, you better listen. You better listen. I'm telling you what's real. You better listen. Don't you build no life based on both of y'all's salaries. Don't you build no life that you can't be 8 months pregnant and you got to go into early term labor and you can't go to work. Don't you build that life. Anything can happen. Anything can happen when you're having children or go into preterm labor at 6 months or get put on bed rest. I had twins the second time, was put on bed rest. Had a cerclage, had my cervix stitched closed because I went into early term labor at 6 months. And guess what, y'all? I sat down. I went somewhere and laid in a bed because I can do that. See? I don't have no high post job that I got to be at. Oh, if I don't go to that job, oh, well, how we going to pay the mortgage? How we going to pay for this or that or this lifestyle that we built on my income too? See, I don't need to worry about that. I can go somewhere and sit my behind down and keep my children safe. Keep my children inside of my body until 9 months. I know this ain't popular, but somebody's got to say it. Somebody has to say it, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to keep saying it, so you don't have to like it, but I'm going to say it. And here's the thing. This is what I've been telling younger women. I believe this is what older women's position should be. We should be telling you all the truth. And we're telling you the truth based on what we've lived. We're telling you the truth, not in theory, not an idea in our head, based on what we've been through, based on what we've lived, based on how this thing has worked out. We have to tell you the truth. But this whole, I'm a boss chick, I don't need a man's money. I bring my own. I bring, this and that and the third. That's going to shoot your behind in the foot, especially if you want to get married and have children, especially if you want to be the feminine, especially if you want to be the girl. That's all I know how to be is the girl. Soft, sweet, relaxed, laid back. Oh, you made reservations? Great. Where we going? Good. See, you want some of that energy? But no, y'all want to be in charge of everything. You want to, I got it, and my money can pay for it. I can make my own reservations. I can open my own door. So I can go out into the cold, cruel world. And some of y'all know how cold and cruel that world is because you all work these high post stressful jobs. But I can go out here and do this. I can make all this money. I can have that all on my shoulders. Then I'm going to come home and I'm going to put all that on my shoulders. And if I'm a single mother and I got kids, I'm going to put them on my shoulder. I'm going to do it all. I'm going to do it all. I ain't about that life. y'all already know. I'm not about that life. I'm about the, stay at home wife for 12 years life and sit down and chill and let a person take 100% care of me. That's the life I'm about. And even in my single motherhood, even when my marriage was over, guess what I did? Taught my kids how to do everything. I was like, so you're going to learn how to wash your clothes at 11. You're going to learn how to cook something to eat. You're going to learn how to take care of these pets you wanted. You're going to learn how to push the vacuum cleaner. You're going to learn how to clean windows. You're going to learn how to cut grass. Like, I'm not about that life y'all are on. Even as a single mother, I'm not doing everything. I'm not about that life. I am the girl, the last I checked. I keep telling y'all that. But see, y'all want to, but we're equal to men. We can do everything a man can do. Okay, and you can run yourself in the ground. Because that's exactly what's happening. Women are not built to take on that level of stress. Women are not built to go out here and do everything men do. And I'm grateful for it. I will forever be grateful for that. Y'all, every time, we got people right now on the street when I leave my subdivision. And so they're working on the street, right? And they got those little men out there, they working on the street. And so it's a 2-lane highway. And so you know how they got to close off one so they can work on the street. And so they have the guy at each end and he have the little sign that says stop or slow when it's your turn, right? Every time I pass him, I wave. I'm like, hey, how you doing? You having a good day? I'm not doing that. The people out there the men out there paving the street. And y'all know, tell the truth, them jobs are predominantly men. And every time I pass them, thank you, how you doing? Okay, it's my turn, okay. I wave at them. I'm so grateful that them men are out there in 80-degree heat yesterday, turning that little sign. Anita's not doing that. Let's go here. Those men that are going off to war, fighting wars, going into Afghanistan, going to Iraq. I'll be here when you get back, boo. I'll write you. I'm not doing that. Them men that's up there on the pole fixing the electricity when it go out, mostly men. Like, let's keep it 100. And I wave at them. Thank you so much, Mr. Electrician. Thank you, Mr. Electric Man. I'm not doing that. The men that came here on Monday and collect the trash, mostly men. Thank you, Mr. Trash Man, for coming to get the trash. Like, why can't we be honest? There's a whole lot of things in this world that we as women don't want to do. And we're not going to do. And here's why, ladies. Because I'm about to do something dangerous. I'm about to let another human being live inside of my body. I can't drink. I can't smoke cigarettes. Like, I can't do any of the stuff that people want to do when they're not pregnant. But I say, I can't do that. I had to give up coffee. I couldn't drink orange juice for 9 months. For some reason, my kids didn't like orange juice. So I would throw it up every time. Like, I'm going to do something that's dangerous. And then I'm going to let my body start contracting and start convulsing. And then I'm going to be like, ooh, this got to come out. Ooh, okay, it's one way. Oh, Lord, okay. Or if I can't do it that way, I'm going to let a doctor cut my stomach open and take the child out. Let's see a man do that. So yes, am I willing to let men go off to war? I sure am. And do I appreciate them going up on that electric pole? Yes, I do. Do I appreciate them turning the sign and being out there paving the road? Yes, I do. because I'm going to do the most dangerous thing I know how to do as a woman. I'm going to let a child, multiple children. So I had a single birth. I had a twin birth. Multiple children live inside of my body. I'm going to house those children. I'm going to keep them safe. I'm going to feed them nutritious food. I'm going to walk around and get exercise. I'm going to push those children out into the world. I'm going to continue to eat well. I'm going to continue to stay off coffee and alcohol. I'm going to breastfeed them from my breasts. And I'm going to keep those children safe. I'm going to nurture those children to adulthood. See? Separate. We are separate, yet equal in value. We each have different things to bring to the table, and we need to start appreciating that. Why are we devaluing the fact that men and women are different? That's a great thing. Every day I'm so glad that I'm not a man. I'm just like, thank you so much for doing that. Thank you for lifting that. Thank you for putting that together. Thank you for, whatever they're doing. I'm so grateful. And this is honestly what I believe was the intent, which is protect women, right? And modestly cover your body. A man should not get access to your body for free. This is what I believe was the, kind of the original intention. And we done gone off onto something crazy. Let's let every Tom, Dick, and Harry look at our body. Let's make these crazy videos that women are making with these thongs and the twerking and the little stuff over their boobs and the little patch here and the thong up their butt and all this. Oh, let's give a man a peek for free. Let's let a man see all of what I got for free. This man is not my husband, has not committed to me, has not taken me in front of a judge and married me, and he gets to see all my tattoos. He get to see my nipple and all. He get to see everything for free. What the hell sense does that make? And we don't need his money. Don't bring, I got money. I got a house. He don't need to buy a house. He don't need to provide you with a car. Forget that. Because I got it. I got my own. What kind of craziness is that? Like, I'm just like, what world are we living in? There are days, y'all, where I wake up and I truly wonder, what world is this? What happened? Like, what's happening in the world? Women are the gatekeeper. We always have been and we always will be. That's our biological right. I determine whose children I have, how many of those children I have. I determine all of that. Who comes here and who doesn't. I determine all of that. I am the gatekeeper. And I need you all to step back into that power. Stop opening your legs to every man that's fine or that has swag or whatever he got that's making you open your legs to him. Stop opening your legs to him based on a feeling. Bruh, I'm going to need more than a feeling. I'm going to need you to be more than cute. I'm going to need you to actually go out there and do what men do. I'm going to need you to provide. I'm going to need your money. I'm going to need your protection. And for the record, I'm going to need all of that. I'm going to need all of that before I give you what I'm going to give you. Men go first. Men were created first and they go first. That's why men are leaders. Sex is the reward for the relationship, for the marriage. That's the generation that I was brought up in. I don't give you that first. I don't let you come in my store and pick up everything you want to have and leave without paying. What sense does that make? It doesn't. Ladies, we have to return to being the gatekeeper. Okay? So, I believe in prevention. That's my only response to Roe versus Wade. Prevent pregnancy. Prevent pregnancy. Whether that's being on some form of birth control, whether that's keeping your legs closed, whether that's the morning after pill. I'll even take that. And this whole, I was raped, I was sexually assaulted, then go and report it. They're going to give you the morning after pill when you get to the hospital. I've seen it happen. Okay? Or you're going to go to the drugstore and take the morning after pill. That's all I got for you. Be the gatekeeper. Be a good gatekeeper. Don't let anybody in that should not be in. That's it. That's what I got. Personal responsibility all day long. Whether you love it, whether you hate it, personal responsibility all day long. I know it's not popular. I know people don't want it and don't like it, but that's what I'm on. I come from a different generation. And I believe that those values, these things that I tell you about, that I speak of, I believe they work because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen it in my own life. Like, I'm not telling y'all anything I haven't lived. And the mistakes I've made, I've shared those too. I've shared the mistakes I've made. I have experienced that. Okay, when I give everything away, when I give a man everything away, he don't come back and in return give me what I want. That usually don't happen. That just don't happen. So stop giving everything away. That's the moral of the story. When I give everything to a man up front, he don't usually on the back end return the favor. That don't happen. So now that's why I'm telling y'all that. Be a good gatekeeper. Okay? Be a good gatekeeper. All right? That's the female empowerment of this message. Be the gatekeeper. You choose. You get to choose. Nobody else. But we flipped the script. We've made it so that, the men are choosing. The men choose us. We have to perform. We have to do double backflips to get a man to choose us. No, you're the chooser. You will always be the chooser. You're the chooser. You're the gatekeeper who lets a man in the first place. And I believe if you are a good gatekeeper, a man will choose you. But you've got to be a good gatekeeper. If you are not, no, you're going to get. So how about this? Let me rhyme on y'all. Instead of getting choosed, you're going to get used. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Okay? If you don't choose, you're going to get used. But choose well. That's why I wrote the book I did. Women suck at choosing good men. Women suck at choosing well. They pick or choose men that ain't about nothing. They pick or choose men based solely on how they feel about them. And then it 9 times out of 10, it doesn't work out. And at some point, you have to be willing to learn. Okay? I'm willing to teach. God knows I am. And I'm willing to teach from experience. This is not a theory. This is not just something that, I think this might work. No, this is what works. This is what works. Like, I'm only sharing what I know works. So, be a good gatekeeper. All right, I'm looking at the comments, y'all, because y'all know I get carried away. And I just be going crazy. 50-50 women are getting sick and are dying. Yeah, they are. It may not be popular, but is the economics of romantic relationships. Yes, I have to heart that. Okay, for sure. For sure. Oh, yes. And ladies, you have to enter into this idea of, this is a part of it. This is a part of it. We cannot be the Disney generation anymore. It cannot solely be about love. It cannot solely be about how we feel. I've never entertained men based on how I feel. That's a small part of it. I assess a man. I assess the value that he brings to my life. I assess him financially. I assess him, emotionally, spiritually. Like, what is this man on spiritually? What kind of decisions is he making for his life? If men are making bad decisions, I don't want nothing to do with them. You can't even lead yourself. What you look like leading me? You're going to lead me off a cliff. I look at every decision a man has made in his life. And when I see that he's made a string of bad decisions, I don't want nothing to do with him. I don't care how I feel about him. I don't care how cute he is. Nope. Nope. Whew, like I said. Yes, she said this is related to psychic health. It is. But ladies, she said, okay, babies are birthed with birth control as well, if seen that even in marriages. Yeah. I mean, I'm just going to keep it real with y'all. The only way you will not have a child is don't have sex. I told y'all that the other day. Sex makes babies, not relationships. Sex makes babies. Okay, like, but bottom line. So, yeah, some of y'all don't have no business having sex unless you're in a marriage, unless you're with your husband. Like, don't have sex. Simple and plain. And the only other option, and this is a big one, is get your tubes tied or get your uterus removed. Like, I can't have a baby. I can have all the sex I want, but I can't have no more kids because I don't have a uterus. Prior to that, I had my tubes tied. So, yeah. That's the only other way. Don't have sex, don't have female reproductive organs. Yeah, and you won't have any babies. That's pretty common sense. So, yeah. Birth control isn't 100%. Yeah. So keep your legs closed. There's some people out here that just need to keep their legs closed. And again, it's beyond having babies. It's not good for you. Energetically, it's not good for you. You're taking in all of this negative energy from these men by having sex with them. No, I'm very careful about who I lay with. Well, I don't lay with anybody now. Y'all know that. I've been abstinent for 2.5, 3 years. I've been abstinent. And even within the last relationship, when I realized that, I'm not having sex outside of marriage anymore, like I took on that full commitment. So it's been about 4 years. It's been about 4 years. And I'm just abstaining until I meet my husband. That's it. Yeah, she said women are now classified as the prize. I know. And guess who did that? Feminists. Feminist women did that. Because they took away your feminine power. They said, yeah, we're all the same. We're all the same. We can do what men do. We can, and guess what? Men saw a crack in that armor and they ran with it. Oh, okay, we all the same. I don't need to bring my money. I don't need to bring my strength and my protection. Okay, you want to be the same as me? Okay, yeah. And they ran with it. They saw a chink in that armor and they ran with it. And they flipped the script on y'all. And like I always tell these women that are out here doing all this craziness, you swallowed it whole. You swallowed it whole. You really thought you was doing something by, I got a job. I make 6 figures. I make more money than these men. That's not something to brag about. I hear women say that now. I make more money than men. What's the crazy face? The crazy face emoji? Like what? That is not something to brag about. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. So, that ain't something to brag about. I like men. Last I checked. And men are different than me. And I love that. I love a man's upper body strength. I love a man willing to do the hard thing. I love a man going out there and working and providing for his family. I love a man that bring his paycheck home. I love a man. I love all of that. I want to be the girl. I will always be the girl. The end. So ladies, it's y'all's egos. You got to do that ego work. You got to do that. That's what's keeping a lot of women in these crazy stuck situations. Your ego. And that's what feminists did. They blew up y'all's ego. Oh, you should feel a way about a man being the breadwinner. You should feel a way about a man paying all the bills. You should feel a way about a man doing this and a man doing that. No, I don't. Because I've done my ego work. I feel just fine letting a man pay all my bills. I feel just fine letting him pay the mortgage. I feel just fine letting him do the dirty work, letting him cut the grass and letting him, trim up I feel just fine. But see, they done lit up your ego. And now your ego is, I make more money than him. Even when I say it, I just laugh every time. Like, really? This is what we on? So, Good for you. She said, I never discuss finances or my job in the beginning stages. That's right. Because, and men ask me what I do. Oh, I help people with problems. I listen to people talk about their problems. That's it. They never find out the strength of what I do until we're 6 months, 9 months in. They don't know about my platform. They don't know about my podcast, none of that. None of that. I'm like, oh, I help people with problems. I listen to people's problems. Yeah. That's it. Save all of that. That's your ego anyway. That's your ego that wanna do that. So I'm not looking to connect egos. I'm looking to connect hearts. That's what I'm more interested in. Okay? But women, you are the gatekeeper. Be a really, really good one. I believe that was the intention of the original feminist movement in the sense of, yes, should you be able to have your own bank account? Should you be able to own a home or own a car or anything else? Yes, so I definitely believe you should. However, I also believe that if I'm married, that my husband has a responsibility to me. He has a financial responsibility to me and my children. I'm not going to create a lifestyle based off of our two incomes. I'm not going to make more money and think that I'm doing something by doing that. No, I don't have any interest in doing that. I want to live a life of luxury. I want to live a life of leisure. I want to be able to stay at home with my babies if I want to do that. See? So I want to be able to make home cooked meals. I want to be able to go out into my garden. Those things are more important to me. I have gifts and talents. A lot of women do. I have lots of gifts and talents. And do I want the ability to express those gifts and talents? Sure. But guess what? If I want to back off of them, I want to be able to do that too. See? So that's the life that I have lived. That's the life that I continue to live. Yes, I can creatively flex my muscles, or I can sit back and do nothing. See? That's it. Simple and plain. Simple and plain. I'm never stuck, in full gear and having to make, $200,000 a year, because if I don't work, if I quit my job in my marriage, oh my God, we're going to lose our home. Oh my God, we're going to lose our cars. Nope. I don't ever want to be in that situation. So, nope. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me. If you've come in on the end, I would love it if you would watch the replay, because I'm about to put it up because I got to run into another appointment. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. And as always, stay open to love.